Japan, a country made of islands, shaped by the ocean and separate from the rest of the world. Its story starts with the Jomon people, old hunters and gatherers who left behind pottery and tools that we still find amazing today. For thousands of years life was simple, fishing, hunting, and living in peace with nature. Then came the Yayoi people, who brought rice farming from the mainland, a big change that made everything different. Rice allowed people to stay in one place, build towns and work together. The Yayoi also brought metalworking, which was a huge step forward in how things were made. Towns grew, society became more complicated, and small kingdoms started to form. People fought a lot over land and power, but from all this fighting, the beginnings of Japanese culture and society grew. Everything was ready for a new power to rise and bring the islands together. Among the fighting groups, the Yamato became the strongest. They said they were related to the sun goddess, Amaterasu, which made their rule seem special and right. The Yamato leader became the emperor, a living symbol of togetherness and things staying the same. This line of emperors, the oldest in the world, became the heart of what it means to be Japanese. Around the 6th century, Buddhism arrived from Korea and China. At first, it didn't get along with the local Shinto beliefs, but soon, the two mixed together. Buddhism brought new art, buildings, and writing, connecting Japan to a bigger world. Temples became places of learning, and beautiful temples popped up everywhere. Japan took these ideas from other places and made them their own, creating a special culture that balanced old ways with new ideas. While the emperor's court focused on art, the real power moved to the countryside. Landowners hired samurai, special warriors who followed a code called Bushido, being loyal, brave, and honorable. Samurai gained power, and the shogun became Japan's real ruler. For hundreds of years, shoguns ruled with strength, while the emperor remained a respected leader who didn't have much power. In 1600, Tokugawa Ieyasu brought Japan together, starting over 250 years of peace. The Tokugawa shogunate made strict rules for society and kept Japan separate from the rest of the world. Foreigners were not allowed, and Japanese people couldn't leave. This was called the Sakoku policy. During this time of being closed off, Japanese culture really grew. Things like kabuki theater, ukiyo-e prints, and more. Japan became its own world, peaceful but closed off. In 1853, American warships forced Japan to open its doors. This shock showed how much Japan had fallen behind in technology. The shogunate fell apart, and power went back to the emperor in the Meiji Restoration of 1868. This was more than just a change of rulers. It was a revolution. The new leaders wanted to make Japan strong and modern. They studied how Western governments, factories, and armies worked. Factories, train lines, and schools appeared quickly. The samurai class was ended. Japan changed from an old-fashioned society to a powerful industrial country in just a few decades. By the early 1900s, Japan beat Russia in a war, which surprised everyone. The Meiji Restoration made Japan a big player on the world stage. Japan's new power led to desires for more land and resources. Looking for resources, Japan expanded into Asia, eventually joining World War II. The attack on Pearl Harbor brought the US into the war. Early victories didn't last as Allied forces pushed Japan back. In 1945, atomic bombs destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan gave up. The country was in ruins. The emperor said he was no longer a god, and the country faced its darkest time. But Japan rebuilt very quickly. With help from the US and a lot of hard work, Japan's economy grew very fast. Companies like Toyota and Sony became famous around the world. By the 1980s, Japan had the second biggest economy in the world. An amazing comeback. Today, Japan mixes old traditions with the newest technology. Temples stand next to tall buildings, bullet trains speed past peaceful gardens. Japanese culture, anime, manga, food, has captured the world's attention. Japan's influence is now about culture, not military power. But challenges still exist: an older population, natural disasters, and tricky global relationships. But being able to bounce back is what defines Japan. From ancient tribes to leading the world, Japan's story is about changing and being strong. Its journey shows how powerful it is to reinvent yourself, and how important it is to keep what makes you special. The story of Japan isn't finished. New chapters of new ideas and inspiration are still being written.